Good afternoon. My name is Tammy, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel, From Gratitude to Greatness. Today, I'm walking with my dog, my faithful dog right there, Thor, and we're in Bellingham, Washington, and we're walking around Lake Padden. You see Lake through the trees behind me. So anyway, this is a walk that I used to do every day, twice a day. It's 2.5 miles around the lake, and it's just a beautiful walk. So many people walk around here with their pets, with their dogs mostly. Anyway, one time I saw someone walking with a parrot on their shoulder. Anyway, it was so cute. Years ago, my son, when he was young, my son Giovanni, he loved reptiles, lizards and snakes, and well, he loved spiders too. He loved anything that was kind of creepy, maybe dangerous. So anyway, one day he was looking in the paper back when people used to look in the newspaper, and he found somebody who was giving away an iguana to a good home. So we went there, and the man had an iguana. It was probably 3 feet from head to tail, and his name was Iggy. And so we brought him home. It gave us a nice little cage, but we let him run around a lot in the house. But also, we got his 2 pet ball pythons and a lizard. Gosh, what kind of lizard? A bearded dragon. That was so cute. And so, I mean, at first I was scared of them all, but I grew to enjoy them. Well, the lizards especially. So the lizard, the iguana, would wander around the house, and we'd put newspaper down. He'd go to the bathroom maybe not every day, once a week or maybe twice a week, and it was easy cleanup on the newspaper, but he'd wander around, and sometimes during the spring, summer, when it was warmer out, we'd let him outside, and he'd run around, and oh gosh, the ball pythons. Gosh, one was probably 5 feet and the other one maybe 4 feet, and they had a giant cage or a giant aquarium. And gosh, they would escape. And I was terrified of them because I didn't know them when we first got them. And gosh, they pushed their way out of the aquarium, and we couldn't find them anywhere in the house. And I was like terrified. They're in the house someplace, you know. They couldn't get down in the heater vents because they're all covered. But one morning I was getting ready for work. I opened my underwear drawer, and there was one of them. Oh my God, I was terrified. Called my son. Fortunately, he was home. He got him out, put him back in his aquarium, and the other one ended up being inside the back of the refrigerator. Found it, put it back. No matter how much weight we put on the aquarium and clips, they got out somehow. They would get out. But anyway, I'm talking about that because on occasion he would bring them out, and we'd go walking in the woods when it was a hot day, and he'd just let them slither around. They weren't too fast, so they'd slither around in the forest. And he always wanted to go to Australia when he was little, and he wanted to marry Bindi, the crocodile hunter's daughter. And there was a contest where you make a video and you send it in, and if you win, you get a week vacation from anywhere to spend with a crocodile hunter and his family. So we went out into the forest with the video camera, and we filmed him with the snake up in the tree, and it was a really good video. I don't know whatever happened to it, but we sent it in. But unfortunately he didn't win, but that was his dream, to always go to Australia. He hasn't gone there, but I don't know if he really still wants to, but maybe one day he will. But it was so cute. And then we had the bearded dragon. And the bearded dragon, I got used to him anyway. And I would be lying back in my chair, and he would lie on my chest under my blanket and go to sleep, and just lie there and sleep. And sometimes I'd let him run around, but he was a little bit harder to find. My dog's going after a squirrel. Ah, so I got him on a leash. Ah, he's running around. Anyway, he loves to chase the squirrels up the tree. But the bearded dragon, one day I spilled M&Ms on the floor, and he was running around, and he ate them. Well, he ate a couple, and then I was afraid because they were chocolate. But they didn't do anything to him. But I guess he loved them because of the colors. Maybe I'm not quite sure. But it was so cute. And when my son moved out, I ended up keeping the bearded dragon. The iguana died a few years later, unfortunately, but the bearded dragon lived for years. When he passed away, I was so sad. But anyway, that's my story of taking him into the woods, and I'm grateful that I got used to being around reptiles and that, because it was something I was scared of. I lived through my fear. And then when I went to India, I was outside of a castle there, and there was a man with a cobra, a young cobra, but still did its dance in the basket and everything. And and I was brave enough to hold him, and thank God, goodness, I didn't get bit. But anyway, all the experiences, like that, uh, it just brings you out of the fear, and that's a good thing. So anyway, you should live your best life and get over some of the fears that you have about different things. Another fear that I got over, I'll have to post another video about this, but I jumped off the stratosphere in Las Vegas, and I jumped into a gorge at Victoria Falls, and those were really scary. The stratosphere wasn't that scary because it was kind of controlled jump, but into the gorge at Victoria Falls was terrifying. Anyway, I'm gonna post my video about that one day. So anyway, I hope you all are having a great day. You can leave any comments below. I haven't really got too many comments yet, so leave comments on the scariest thing that you've done, you've encountered, and that you've overcome your fears about. That makes you the person who you are. You got to be grateful for that. So have a wonderful day. Please like, subscribe, and share, and enjoy some time out in nature. Thank you for watching.